Love Talks. Love Talks. Love Talks. Family, what it do, what it does. Is yours truly, Mr. Love Talks, back at it again with some real Love Talks. So basically, I wanted to kind of give a message going into this 2021 season, or year, if you will. And I want to expound on 2020 because we've had some losses, family. We've definitely had some losses, and it's been tough. It's been real tough. So I think moving forward, though, I think what this teaches us is that we're gonna have to start sticking together with family. I think everything else has failed us, and I'm a type of person that's big on family. If I have to speak truthfully, I don't know where I would be without my family. So going forward, we're gonna have to start helping one another. We're gonna have to start learning how to lean on one another. How does my mouth look like it's connected? I don't like how that look. Anyway, we're gonna have to start connecting, family. We're gonna have to start linking. We're gonna have to start loving our brother and sisters as ourselves, because right now we're in a situation in this country where you got the old against the young, you got the young against the young, old against the old, you got black women against black men, vice versa, you got children against parents, and a lot of this is occurring in our communities because of lack of self-knowledge and self-awareness. I think the first rule, getting back to, getting the connection with your family is going to be knowing how to love yourself. So that might mean being a better version of yourself, so that when your family is around you, they like being around you. Because some of y'all, your family can't stand your ass, you know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? And you find yourself in these situations where you out here, you by yourself, you know what I mean? You meet a friend, you try to hold on to that friend, and somehow that don't work out. So that's when we go into, more self-awareness and being a better versions of ourselves, you know what I mean? So, but it's a lot of ignorance right now, y'all. I'm kind of jumping around a little bit. It's a lot of ignorance on the planet right now, you know what I'm saying? So if we not teaching each other on the best ways to move throughout this earth, you know what I mean, I feel like we doing a discredit to our nation, you know what I'm saying? And that's going to start, a lot of this is going to start with the root problem. And the root problem is the black man, his voice has disintegrated to, virtually nothing right now. You know what I'm saying? So our brothers are going to have to start stepping up first and foremost going forward into this 2021 season. I feel like we've let the media, we've let the world, we've let society in general just create this image of us, brothers. And it's a lot of wickedry on the planet right now, and I don't know if y'all really understand the deepness of the wickedry is what's going on. But you know what I learned a long time ago, right? I learned this as far as in the music industry, because I do music. You know, they always tell you to make songs for women, because women are the biggest consumers. And for a lot of years, I went along with that. But I'm going to tell you something, family. I think this is part of the problem that's happening in America with our people. And this is no knock on my women, you know, at all. I'm just going as far as saying, and it ain't going to be a whole lot of disclaimers, because we're going to stop doing that. We're going to start having masculine conversations when you talking to a masculine man, you know. So, because I think that's another one of our issues with our brothers, you know, trying to play their masculinity down, because, again, that goes back to us being programmed a certain kind of way, you know, after our power was taken and our land was taken away from us on these lands. And that's a whole different conversation, you know. So, but back to what I was saying about how society has us men, you know, following our women, and in the order of things, that's just not going to work. That's not going to work at all. So, men, we're going to have to get to a point where these conversations are going to have to be held, because we must take back over the black family. Like, there's no ifs and buts about it. Us taking back over the black family is the catapult and the beginning to us taking the planet back over. Because right now, it's a lot of unrighteous, unspiritual acts that are going on, and a lot of it is being created out of our minds. So it's basically like we living in a capitalistic society where somebody else is running the society, and we're playing along just to keep the society going. So let me stop trying to be all over the place. So in other words, we gotta stop following other people, is what I'm saying. So everything that we notice that we seeing in this life is a program, you know what I mean? It's being manufactured for us, our thoughts, because your thoughts are coming through learned behavior. And learned behavior is, of course, what our parents are giving us, but we understand at this day and age, if you don't, and you still ignorant, you need to wake up, bottom line. But we see how, excuse me, y'all, we see how a lot of this bullshit that society has been feeding us has us at a point to where we don't know our right from left, family. You know, our women are ruling the aspects, most aspects of our society right now. And it may not be completely economics. You know, the black man may I don't even think we out earning the black woman right now. But a lot of these points that I'm making, these are mundane points. You know what I mean? I want to get to the how you said, the grits and the eggs and the biscuit and the bacon. You know what I'm saying? The good shit. We got to learn how to be over our nation. Simple as that, to be in a bigger mind spectrum. Because there's no other man on this planet outside of our race of men that are not ruling and in charge of their nation. You know what I mean? With everything, finance, living systems, just your chartered way of life and how you move. They follow their men. You know what I mean? So, and they set the rules. And that's where we having the imbalance. So going forward in 2021, these are the type of conversations that we're going to be having, men, women, whoever chooses to listen. I'm sure my audience is probably going to be more or less black men. But at the end of the day, that's who I need my audience to be. And my black women chiming in, and you see yourself being in a situation where this message, you know, it resonates in your heart, your spirit, then hey, that's what you could be teaching your boys going forward. You know what I mean? How to rule and how to conquer and how to be at the top of the food chain in this world. Because ultimately, brothers, we gonna catch hell if we don't change our mentalities and our mental states, because a lot of us are freaking brain dead, period. I mean, blown. We done been through the conveyor belt and we came in naked, and now we got a wrapper all around us, and that wrapper is called white supremacy. That's the wrapper. And that's got to come to a point where it no longer dictates how our mental states are, because we're going to have to figure out a system to where that shit it has to be an illusion at a point. And we're going to have to start creating our own systems. And that's real. Because the system they got, it don't work for us. The system we got, it got us with our people stacked on top of each other in project buildings. The system we got, and they make the argument about there's more white folks at the unemployment line than it is us, where it should be, because there's way more of them living on beach fronts and lake fronts, owning the land mass that's around us, that was taken from us, you know, forcefully, I might add, egregiously. It's got to come to a point, brothers, to where we got to say in our minds, hey, how can I live in a world where when I walk around, everybody look at me like I could be stealing? And it don't matter if you got money, if you don't got money. Because guess what? The brothers that got money and they ride their nice little new cars in these areas where they like to go shop at, where these white folks is heavily securing areas, shit, you liable to get snatched up. So, you know, we're going to have to get to a point where that part of the paradigm, you know, we got to break that chain too. We got to start building our own factories and start creating our own brands to where, you know, in our communities, you know, where it's the nicest. Because, you know, we just got to start creating this stuff. And that's real. Because what's happening, family, and I ain't gonna be too much long on this video. Do you like a preacher, do you? Just give me about 10 more minutes. I ain't gonna be too long with this word. You know, I'm gonna let y'all so you can eat dinner, Sunday dinner. But check it though. 2021. All of that bullshit, that shit is over with. All of the allowing the rest of the world to trample our name and who we are, that's over with. All of that not taking our throne back on this planet, that's over with. The black men here in America are the most intelligent, which ain't shit, but we the most spiritual people on this planet because of the shit that we done had to deal with and the shit that where we done had to watch our families be broken up over. We done had it the worst. Ain't nobody had it worse than us. So what we gonna have to do at this point, fellas, we're gonna have to come together on some king shit, on some real king shit. And some of the brothers might get left behind. That's okay. They'll come along, they'll follow along, they'll catch up. But we ain't playing no games with them. You know what I mean? We ain't finna be putting ourselves in situations where we letting society dictate what we do for our kids and what we don't do for our kids. We have to make the decision to say, this is how we gonna run our families going forward in the future, family. It's just what it is. You know, so the systems of corruption and all of that shit, we're gonna talk about that. Because a lot of that is mental distractions on what we trying to do. And we're going to have to build to a certain level to where that can't even affect how we move going forward. Because the mentality is going to have to change straight up. You're going to have to know that can't nobody, no entity on this planet control what you doing, player. Brother, sister, you have the power to change everything that happens to our black families and to yourself going forward from this day on. It has to be a collective energy and spirit though, fellas. We got to be on the same collective and energy. Because guess what? Ain't none of them gonna step to us. Ain't none of them gonna stop us. We just gotta get to the point where we know that mentally. You got to. You know, it's this thing called fear. And it's in your heart, it's in your chest, it's in your spirit. But it's some other stuff that's in your heart and in your chest and in your spirit that's stronger than fear. And you know what that is? That's a knowledge of yourself and knowing who you is. So 2021, I mean, I don't even want to talk about 2020. I lost so many people. I mean, so guess what? We understand that that's the process while we here. We're going to lose people. We're going to leave this place one day. But know who you are. That way, when you do make your transition, it's smooth. Black man, it's smooth. Stop playing around. Stop being a clown. Stop being everybody's footstool when you the king of this world, Jack. That's what we doing moving forward. Peace. Bless. T-Love Talks.